Hi, my name is Jody Reilly. I'm in Communications and Organization, and this is my video presentation for Contingency Theory of Leadership. So the contingency theory of leadership stems from the work of Fred Fiedler, who looked at how leaders handle certain situations and handle different situations with different strengths and weaknesses. So this started after scholars began to turn away from the trait style of leadership, believing that a leader is not really born, or there is not a specific set of personalities, characteristics, strengths that make up the perfect leader, but rather a leader A can be just as successful as leader B, even if leader A is better at the structure and rigid organization, where leader B may be better at brainstorming and having free-flowing ideas. They're both successful, but they both handle different situations. And playing to those strengths, the contingency theory challenges organizations to even have a team leadership where the organization can reach its highest level of success, which is ultimately achieving the goals that it sets forth for itself by using a team effort and utilizing all the different characteristics and personalities of multiple leaders so that this organization can be as successful as possible. The benefits is the diversity of leaders and leadership styles and how situations can be looked at from a variety of point of views. A study was done for the contingency theory because it's very much situation oriented or task oriented, and its impact on the military. And early on in the semester, we learned that the military is very much a task oriented entity. It's a task oriented organization where you don't really have a lot of interpersonal content of communication. So looking at the contingency theory of leadership within military squads, this study that was conducted in 2012 used enlisted soldiers and leadership personnel between the ages of 18 and 55 and found that, effectiveness or performance of work was heavily impacted when you were looking at interpersonal styles of leadership as well as task-oriented styles of leadership, leaning towards higher performance of the task-oriented leadership. The critiques that I have of the contingency theory rest with its lack of mention of communication, and that's mentioned in the textbook. And then also the major one that I think really plays a big role is that the contingency theory really omits the role of the followership or those that are being led within the organization. And where I found, more information was an article called Followership Effectiveness and Extension of Fiedler's Contingency Model. And this extends the contingency model or the contingency approach to that of the followership, looking at the task structure, the positional power, as well as the relations between the leaders and members. And it draws on the experience of the subordinates who may have been there and is more familiar with the organization than that of a new executive or a new manager. So that's a contingency theory. I was able to explore the effects, where I was able to find some solutions to the weaknesses that I found, as well as a little bit of the history and its application to something that's a current event in the military. So thank you very much, and I would also like to thank you for the opportunity to be able to turn this video in with an extended deadline.